Picture this. One shot, then another, and another. Each bullet slicing through the air like a bolt of lightning, striking its target with impossible, almost supernatural precision. The crowd holds its breath, a collective gasp echoing through the arena. In the center of it all stands a young woman, calm, focused, her eyes as sharp and steady as the barrel of her rifle. She isn't just performing a trick. She's rewriting history. This is the incredible, true story of Annie Oakley, the girl who aimed for the stars and became the greatest sharpshooter the world had ever seen. Our story begins in 1860, in a humble log cabin nestled in rural Ohio. A baby girl is born, Phoebe Ann Mosey. Life on the frontier was anything but easy. The idyllic image of the countryside masked a harsh reality of struggle and survival. Tragedy struck early when her father died, plunging the family into desperate poverty. At just 8 years old, little Annie was sent away to work, a child forced to carry the weight of an adult. She was small, quiet, and shy, but beneath that timid exterior, a fire of fierce determination was beginning to burn. To help feed her starving family, she picked up her late father's old, heavy rifle. What began as a desperate act of survival quickly unveiled a talent so rare it seemed almost magical. Annie's aim was extraordinary. By her teenage years, she wasn't just hunting for the dinner table. She was a local provider, selling game to hotels and markets. Her reputation as a crack shot started to spread through the small towns of Ohio. Word was getting around about the girl who never missed. Then, in 1875, fate came calling. A traveling marksman named Frank Butler swaggered into Cincinnati, Ohio. He was a showman, confident and bold, publicly boasting that he could outshoot anyone in the county. The locals, with a knowing smile, told him about a young girl who might just give him a run for his money. Frank laughed at the idea. A girl beat him? The thought was absurd. That is, until Annie stepped forward. The stage was set for a legendary showdown, a seasoned professional versus the teenage prodigy. Target after target, Annie's rifle sang true. Every single one hit. Frank, the expert, missed just once. But once was enough. The crowd erupted. A 15-year-old girl had just defeated one of the best marksmen in the country. That single shot didn't just win her a competition. It changed the course of her entire life. Frank Butler didn't just lose a match that day. He lost his heart. They married shortly after, forming not just a union of love, but one of the most iconic showbiz partnerships of the Wild West era. Annie and Frank began touring, their shooting exhibitions leaving audiences utterly speechless. Annie's skills were breathtaking. She could hit a target while looking in a mirror, shooting backward over her shoulder. She could shoot the ash off a cigarette or split a playing card held edge-on from 30 paces. Her grace, her speed, her uncanny accuracy, it all combined to turn her into a national sensation. In 1885, their careers skyrocketed when they joined the most famous traveling show in America, Buffalo Bill's Wild West. Dressed in her signature fringed buckskin costume, Annie Oakley became the undisputed star attraction. She was more than just an entertainer. She was a trailblazer. In a world dominated by men, she proved that a woman could not only compete, but could be the absolute best. She was breaking barriers with every pull of the trigger. Her fame soon crossed oceans. She toured Europe, performing for kings, queens, and celebrities. In England, she left Queen Victoria astonished by her skill. But perhaps the most legendary story comes from Germany. The powerful Kaiser Wilhelm II, intrigued and a little arrogant, dared her to shoot a cigarette right out of his own mouth. Without a flicker of hesitation, Annie accepted. With the world watching, her hands steady and her eyes sharp. She took aim and perfectly clipped the cigarette, leaving the Kaiser unharmed and utterly amazed. Her courage earned her the respect of another legend, the great Lakota leader Sitting Bull. He was so impressed by her spirit and precision that he gave her a name that would stick with her forever, Tanya Cecilia, or Little Sure Shot. But even legends faced their share of hardship. In 1901, a devastating train accident left Annie severely injured. The newspapers were grim. Many believed her incredible career was over. But they underestimated her spirit. Annie Oakley refused to be defeated. After months of painful recovery, she defied all expectations and returned to the stage, her aim as true and steady as ever. Her resilience became an inspiration to millions. Later in her life, she used her expertise to train American soldiers during World War I. She became a passionate advocate for women, encouraging them to learn how to shoot for sport and self-defense, believing that every woman had the right to feel strong and independent. Her influence stretched far beyond the lights of the circus ring. Annie Oakley passed away in 1926 at the age of 66. Her devoted husband, Frank, heartbroken by the loss of his partner in life and performance, died just 18 days later. They were inseparable to the very end. Annie's sharpshooting skills made her famous, but it was her unwavering courage, her humility, and her relentless determination that made her a true legend. She shattered stereotypes, inspired generations of women, and became a powerful symbol of what you can achieve when you have talent, grit, and the audacity to aim for greatness. Annie Oakley's life is more than just a tale of a girl with a gun. It's a timeless story of perseverance, passion, and the power of hitting your mark every single time. If you were inspired by the story of this real-life legend, please show your support by hitting that like button and subscribe for more incredible tales from history. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.